Jen Coughlin, Managing Editor of Foodservice Equipment Reports. I'm here at the 2023 National Restaurant Association show. I'm with Michael in Bizerba's booth. Michael, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, thank you for having us, first of all. My name is Michael Krause. I'm Business Development Manager for Bizerba USA. Been with the company for approximately 21 years, and we're very happy to be here presenting some of our products.
Yeah, and so what are you showcasing today?
Well, this year at NRA, we're very happy to introduce what we call an Interlock Sharpener. This provided an additional safety feature for the operators, especially the most inexperienced operators. And all of the features that we have on our slicers are at a request from the end users. So we take a lot of our features and we improve upon them, actually to make it a more safer slicer for them. Mm-hmm. So this is the new Interlock Sharpener that we've developed, and this is also dishwasher-safe, but let me take you through the process of how this actually mounts and works. So first thing we're going to do, we'll pull the slicer carriage back, and we're going to put the remnant arm in a downward position. On the back side of the gauge plate, we've milled 2 grooves, and those 2 grooves are actually since January of 2022. The reasoning we did that is if you have a current customer that doesn't have an interlock sharpener, they can go backwards and not have to buy a brand new slicer just to take advantage of the full interlock. So we can go backwards and say, all right, do you want to upgrade to this? And they can do so. But the way this mounts, everything is closed up on the slicer, meaning the blade is not exposed, gauge plate in its proper position, and you can see by the illumination we're in a safe mode. We simply take the hook right over the top, we're going to go in a downward position, and it's going to fall into those 2 milled channels that we spoke about. We're going to snug up the back thumb screw on the back side, and very simple, I'm going to open up the thickness knob all the way. But please notice there is nothing exposed for the operator. There's nothing exposed as far as an edge. I'll pull out the thumb screw, come back, and we've engaged the stones. And I'll go through the normal sharpening process of running it down on the grinding position, in the number 1 position, for 15 seconds where it grinds on the back side. We then go and put it up into the number 2 position for 2 to 3 seconds just to knock the edge or burr off the front side of the blade. We'll go back to the home position, unengage the stones, close up the gauge plate and thickness knob, and remove the sharpener. Again, as I mentioned before, this is also dishwasher safe. So this is a good way of keeping the stones clean so they're making proper contact and doing their job of actually sharpening the blade and not just going through the motions and spinning on it. Okay. So that's a great new feature that we've actually come out for this year. And again, this is a request from an end user. Mm-hmm. So it's developed specifically with that in mind. Another feature that we've done for someone is a removable blade for cleaning. Now, Bizerba is not the first to invent this. However, we are best in class. There's no 2 ways about that. What we've done a little bit differently is we've put in multiple redundancies so the blade is not going to come off the tool. Even a lot of work was done on the tool where you'll see the instructions for an inexperienced operator, but even if they miss that and don't read it, there's also a QR code on this. Everybody has a cell phone in their hand, they can scan it, takes you right out to the video. The video replaces 1,000 words, as far as instructions, so it'll show you. So we'll show you how this mounts. So we'll close up the gauge plate so the blade's in a safe position, and we're going to tilt the carriage out. You'll see, for example, our blade cover, so nothing is exposed. I'm going to take the blade cover off just by the latch. We'll put this out of the way. And on the hub assembly, you'll end up seeing an arrow, okay? We're going to line that arrow up with the same standoff that we utilize to mount the blade cover. So simply just going to turn it, line it up. You can see the direct line going across. We'll take our blade tool, and again, as I was saying, the same mounts, we're going to use the holes to go right on it. We're going to place it. There, it's matched, okay? Lock it in place with the same latch. I'm going to push in and turn on the levers, okay? Those 2 are engaged. Turn our center one. The blade is now attached to the actual tool. Unlock it, and there we have it. On the back side, the blade is now attached to the tooling itself. Again, I was saying about the multiple holding spots, so there's multiple redundancies in here where some manufacturers just end up using a center pin and that blade can come off. We didn't want to do that because we want to make it very safe for the operator. Okay. This can go in the dishwasher for cleaning, and then the same thing to reattach it. We end up using the same holes. Turn it back in place. The blade is now reattached safely to the slicer, and there's been no blade or edge exposure to that operator, so they're not going to get injured. Very quick, very easily utilized.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Michael, for sharing that with us. Again, I'm Lauren with FER at the National Restaurant Association show.
Thank you again. We appreciate the opportunity.